Hello there! I believe all of you are well and you had a pretty good week so far. For today's video I have yet another dinner inspiration, this time consisting of rainbow trout paired with potatoes and mango dip. The dip is fully optional, so you can either completely skip it or replace it with a vegetable salad that I'm also going to show you how to prepare. As usual, I will be giving you the complete list of the ingredients down below in the description of this video. So let's have a quick overview of them and begin.
Fish is a good source of protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and minerals like zinc and selenium. Therefore, incorporating fish into a diet twice per week can be a healthy and delicious addition to the meal plan. Before I start with any actual preparations, I turn on the oven to 200 degrees. The first focus of this recipe is the side dish, boiled parsley potatoes. I pour the cold water into a pot and place it on the stove. Next, I turn the gas to medium heat and place the pot on top. I add around 2 teaspoons of salt into the water and stir it until it dissolves completely. In the meantime, I peel the skin of around 650 grams of potatoes. The amount depends on your preference and the size of the fish fillet. In this case, I have 2 servings. Next, I cut the potatoes into smaller pieces, usually into quarters, and place them into a bowl. The water is still not boiling, so to utilize the time, I peel the skin of 2 medium-sized red onions and around 3 garlic cloves. Next, I cut the garlic cloves into smaller pieces and place them into a bowl. I chop the onions and put the small cubes into a bigger bowl. As the final step here, I roughly wash all the vegetables under the running water, starting with tomatoes, lettuce, cucumber, and finally Roman lettuce. Once the water starts to boil, I move the potatoes into it and stir them a few times. I cook them for around 15 minutes, and while they are in the water, I focus on the vegetable salad instead. I chop 1 piece of small lettuce and 1/2 of the romaine lettuce, and continue by cutting the tomatoes. Here I have 4 medium-sized pieces. The next vegetable on order is the cucumber, which I chop into smaller cubes. I finish the salad by adding the chopped red onions and move to the herbs. I cut the fresh basil leaves and add them to the salad. Next, I add around 2 teaspoons of honey, followed by the juice of 1 lemon. I also add a bit of salt, black pepper, chili flakes, and a bit of olive oil. All that's left to do is to mix the salad and seasoning, and another part of the dinner is done. 15 minutes have now passed, so I check on the potatoes and try 1 piece. Next, I drain them in a sink, add the chopped fresh parsley, and stir them so the parsley covers every piece. The oven is now preheated, so I focus on the rainbow trout now. First, I move it to the baking tray filled with a baking sheet and add a bit of fish seasoning. I continue by adding a bit of salt and black pepper on top. Next, I place a couple of lemon circles on the fish fillet top and pour half a lemon's juice onto it. The penultimate step is adding a few pieces of fresh rosemary leaves on the top. Finally, I place the cut garlic cloves on top of everything and we are good to go. I move the baking tray into the oven and let it roast the fish fillet for around 25 to 30 minutes. I place around 200 grams of mango into a food processor, followed by 1 whole garlic clove, a few leaves of fresh basil, juice from a quarter of a lemon, a few pieces of fresh chili cut into smaller rounds, and complete the dip by grinding the chili flakes and salt into it. I also add 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1 teaspoon of honey. Ingredients are now complete and I let the food processor do its job. After a few minutes, the dip is now also ready. Well, let's put it all together on 1 plate and serve. I add the vegetable salad as the first one and arrange the boiled parsley potatoes in a circle around it. This is followed by the fish fillet with lemon and rosemary leaves on top, and as the final element of this recipe, I pour a bit of mango dip on top of it. Bon appetit, the dinner is now ready. Thank you for watching my video. I will appreciate your like, comment, share and even more the subscription to my channel so you will get all the recipes. I believe this one will inspire you and you will make your own at home. Thank you again and see you in the next one.